Greetings, warriors and history enthusiasts, to legendary conquests. Today, we embark on a thrilling journey back in time to one of the most pivotal battles in English history, the Battle of Hastings. Our story begins in the year 1066. England, a land torn by rival claims to the throne. King Edward the Confessor has passed away, leaving the English crown up for grabs. Two formidable contenders arise: Harold II, the Anglo-Saxon Earl of Wessex, and William, the Duke of Normandy. Harold, determined to defend his claim, stands ready with his loyal English warriors. Meanwhile, across the English Channel, William, hungry for power, prepares his Norman army for a daring invasion. William had a claim to the English throne based on several factors. Through bloodline, William was a descendant of Viking raiders and Normandy's ruling dynasty. His great-great-grandfather, Rollo, had been granted the Duchy of Normandy by the King of France. This lineage gave him a legitimate claim to the throne of England. It is important to note that William asserted that King Edward the Confessor had promised him the throne and that Harold II had sworn an oath of allegiance to him. With the support of the Pope, international recognition, and military backing, William's claim gained legitimacy. The Battle of Hastings became the decisive conflict that William desired to solidify his right to the throne. This paved the way for the Norman conquest of England. The exact number of troops who clashed in the battle is a subject of historical debate, and there is no definitive consensus. However, historical accounts provide estimates on the approximate sizes of the armies involved. On the English side, led by Harold II, it is believed that the army numbered around 5,000 to 7,000 troops. The Norman army, commanded by William the Conqueror, is estimated to have ranged from 7,000 to 12,000 troops. In a daring display of naval prowess, William's fleet sails across the treacherous waters, landing on English soil. Both sides prepare for a climactic battle that would shape the course of English history. On that fateful day, October 14, 1066, both armies assembled on the battlefield near Hastings. The Battle of Hastings had begun. Harold relied on a defensive strategy known as the shield wall. His army formed a tightly packed line, holding their shields together to create an impenetrable barrier against the enemy. This formation allowed the English to absorb the impact of the Norman cavalry charges. The shield wall not only provided excellent protection, but also allowed the English infantry to retaliate with their long spears and axes, making it difficult for the Norman knights to break through. These troops consisted primarily of infantry, including housecarls, professional warriors, and fired levy soldiers drawn from various regions of England. On the other side, William the Conqueror, leading the Norman forces, employed a combined arms approach. His army consisted of infantry, archers, and heavily armored cavalry. One of the key tactics employed by the Normans was the cavalry charge. The mounted knights, clad in chainmail and wielding lances, would charge at full speed, aiming to break the shield wall and create chaos among the English ranks. William's archers played a crucial role in the battle. Positioned behind the cavalry, they unleashed a barrage of arrows, targeting the densely packed English forces, attempting to weaken their shield wall and create openings. Harold's English shield wall, a formidable defensive formation, stood strong against William's Norman cavalry charges. The battle raged with ferocity as swords clashed, arrows soared through the air, and spears thrust towards the enemy. The Norman cavalry launched relentless attacks, testing the resolve of the English shield wall, but fate would intervene. In a critical moment, Harold's forces, believing William had fallen, broke formation to pursue the retreating Normans. Seizing this opportunity, William's cavalry turned the tide, launching a devastating counterattack. The battle reached its climax as hand-to-hand combat ensued. Harold valiantly fought on, but ultimately, amidst the chaos and the rain of arrows, he fell. With his death, the English resistance crumbled, and victory was in the grasp of William, Duke of Normandy. Harold's death resulted in a loss of leadership for the English forces, leading to confusion and weakened coordination. Some English soldiers began to retreat, allowing the Normans to exploit the gaps and advance further. William seized the opportunity to rally his troops and press the attack, buoyed by the news of Harold's demise. The combination of Harold's death, disarray among the English troops, and relentless Norman assault led to the defeat of the English forces. Following the battle, William led his forces on a march toward London, encountering some resistance along the way. He aimed to secure the capital and establish his authority over the kingdom. On Christmas Day in 1066, William was crowned as the King of England in a ceremony held at Westminster Abbey. This event symbolized his formal ascent to the English throne and marked the beginning of Norman rule in England. William solidified his claim to the English throne and became William the Conqueror, the first Norman King of England. The Battle of Hastings marked the beginning of the Norman Conquest, resulting in significant political, social, and cultural changes in England. The Norman Conquest brought profound changes that gave birth to a new era in England's history. And there you have it, the epic tale of the Battle of Hastings, a clash of armies, a turning point in history. Join us next time on Legendary Conquests as we unveil more legendary battles that shaped the world. Until then, keep exploring the annals of history and remember the echoes of the past still resonate within us all.